Do you think if Kim Paluta was an Accra artist, this would be the discourse? If Paluta was an Accra, nobody should say, I'm trying to be, I'm picking regions or anything, but this is what it looks like. If Paluta was Blacko, would this be the conversation? If Paluta was Kwame Eugene, would this be the conversation?
Now, starting off with our click bars, our first story is coming from TGMA, and they have broken their silence on why Kim Paluta's Makoma missed out on the 2025 edition. Now, Robert Klah actually released a press announcement where he indicated the reason why. So people were actually giving the reasons that, the song has profanity. I mean, we discussed this last week. But then, using Kim Paluta's Aseda and also Makoma as an example, they say that they applied the rule where they don't want the votes to be split. You get it? So it says that the rule prevents vote splitting and ensures that artists have the most substantial chance of winning. So looking at Kim Paluta had, let's say for Makoma and Aseda, there were very huge songs, right? They were all very popular in the music scene here in Ghana. So they cannot put these two songs from one artist into the same category. When it happens like that, the fan base will be confused. Like, do I vote for Makoma or Aseda? And so to prevent all of these things from happening, they would rather just choose one and then ask the people to actually vote on. But I feel like maybe they should ask the artists if, okay, Kim Paluta, we are thinking of giving you just one song, putting just one song in the most popular song of the year category. So which song would you like, Makoma or Aseda? Or that one, it can't work like that, Secrets?
I think you submit your works for nomination. Mm-hmm. Yes. Now, it is the duty of the organizers or the board. Those who are responsible for, these things. They are supposed to actually dig a bit more to see which of the songs, will do better or has done better, in the year under review. And so, if you look at the statistics, they considered radio play, online streams and everything. You understand? They realized that Aseda was more popular than the Makoma. Yes, and you can understand because Aseda also came before Makoma, and so you can understand that that Aseda was huge out there and very popular. In fact, was it the last time we talked about this? I said it. I said in 2016, the same thing happened with Bisakede's
brother,
and then Mansa. It happened, but that one, in fact, it was communicated to Bisekede. I don't know how things were done differently this time around. But that time, people also speculated about brother having some curse words in them. In it. But after everything, George Quick came out to say that he was then the PR for Charterhouse. He was speaking for Charterhouse. He came out to say that, no, the board sat down to look at it, just for the benefit of the artist himself, so that he wouldn't get his votes being split. Because now the same artist having two songs in there, you need the votes to actually win, and you want to win. Now you'd have your fans, voting for either one of them. You understand it? Maybe you would have fans voting for both, and so the ones that are supposed to go for only one of their songs will now go for both songs. I mean, the person would have to choose between which song they would want to vote for. And it goes against you as an artist. So in 2016, that was the explanation which was given when Mansa was actually nominated ahead of Brother. Yes, and the speculation was that, in fact, because it contains some F words in it, but actually the explanation that came was not about that. Yes, and it has happened this time around. I think this particular one, I think for some time they have not been considered, because we have had artists having two songs being nominated in those categories that they are talking about. But I mean, it is not too late to go back to the drawing board. Thinking and the last time I said it somewhere that King Paluta and his team should also take this as an advantage. Yes, they can. They instead of the vote split, all their vote can go into one basket, and it can win them something. I mean, Asada was that popular, and King Paluta himself has some love out there. He can still campaign so well to gather the votes, and then he stands a chance of winning.
Yeah, he really does. He stands a chance of winning. Will he?
Now, flashback to 2017. You remember 5 nominations and no get award. Medical. First person that comes to mind. He was in a lot of different categories. That his fans were scattered all over.
Yeah.
And didn't know how to even vote for him. Fast forward. Last year, Kofi Kinata was in 3 categories. But when he was going on his tour, he was keen on winning Reggae Song of the Year.
Yeah.
So he made his fans know, this is what I want. You don't sit on the board and tell them that you believe Asada is bigger than Makoma, so you put Asada as popular song without consulting me and Mediano. Because me, that is my song. I've told you that these 2 songs are most popular songs in Ghana. And if your research team is strong, you would know that these 2 are the most popular songs. So why would you have to put it down and put a song in there? I don't want to mention the artist, and say it's a personal attack. Why would you have to put that artist in there? And you see, it raises concerns.
Yeah.
Do you think if King Paluta was an Accra artist, this would be the discourse? If Paluta was an Accra, nobody should say, I'm trying to be, I'm picking regions or anything, but this is what it looks like. If Paluta was Blacko, would this be the conversation? If Paluta was Kwame Eugene, would this be the conversation? That he has 2 hit songs. There was a year Kwame Eugene had 2 hit songs and they were in the most popular song of the year.
But you know that year in, year out, the criteria changes.
So you let me know, but you don't put it out like that.
The criteria
because
actually hasn't changed.
What if for that particular category?
No,
it hasn't.
No
hasn't
criteria
changed.
has changed.
No, nothing has changed.
But sometimes they update the criteria.
No,
right?
it's just the board and their preferences change. It is the board and
no
the
criteria
board.
has
The board.
changed.
I know probably the board. Every year, either someone new comes or someone leaves. So there would always be a change in preference, like how we were
Things
doing it. It would always change.
Definitely.
So that is quite understandable. But why would you say it is, I have given you 2 songs and you yourself, before God and man, before man and God, I don't know if I've turned it, before God and man, before man and God, before those two individuals, you know that those 2 songs are big songs. So why would you want to put the other one at this side? Or because I can tell you that, see, even that Makoma was bigger than Asada. Asada was big at the early stages of the year, and that even helped him. That helped him win the new artist of the year. It was not that it was nominated, but the buzz around Asada got him the new artist of the year. So if he was able to hold that consistency and get a song like Makoma, na post favorite song.
So just as I stated, Asada came before Makoma. So obviously you would know that Asada will gather the numbers more.
But
so
Makoma gathers a lot of numbers.
Yeah. No, I'm not trying to say that
I
what
want
you're
to
saying
check their numbers too.
I'm not trying to say that what you're saying is wrong, but the thing is that because Asada came first, you would expect Akoma to have the numbers.
The numbers, yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yes. For all you know, King Paluta himself wanted to have Makoma in there rather than Asada.
Asada,
But with the Bisake there stuff, he was contacted.
Okay, so Asada has 4.1 million views as of now.
On YouTube?
On YouTube.
Okay.
Asada
has 4.1 million.
Yes.
And it was released like a year. Is it exactly a year ago? Almost a year ago, right? Yeah. Almost a year ago. So, and then Makoma also came later. I think
Makoma, the visualizer has 5.3 million.
Okay.
And the video itself has 3.1 million. So if
and this is just YouTube, by the way.
This is just YouTube. I'm just saying because the visualizer on YouTube also for Asada has 3.8 million.
Okay.
So it tells you that these songs were big.
Yeah, they were.
There were songs that people were consuming. So why would you want to say, oh, he has 2 songs there, so he, the artist, when he gets to promoting it, he knows the one to tell his fans to vote for.
Exactly. Yeah. Just as Kanata did last year.
Yes. When Medical was in serious need battling with Fancy Garden for New Artist of the Year, Medical was fighting for Hip Hop Song of the Year. Hip Hop Song of the Year. Hip Hop this, Hip Hop that. But Fancy Garden 2 was keen on only this one
category.
And he won it.
Yeah.
So if you give them the chance and you tell him that choose which one you want, and the person tells you, I want Makoma to be there, don't come and explain.
I come and choose. Don't come and choose for anybody. You are tired. Yes, it's our own choice. Don't come and choose for anybody. So that's it with TGMA and King Paluta. I'm hoping that this will be the last time we have a conversation on TGMA and King Paluta, because this year has been back to back.
It was still
until we are done with the awards.
Yes, until we are done with the awards.
Oh God! Because right now it's just getting too much.
No, it shouldn't be too much, especially around this time.
When this keeps happening,
from the time the nominations were released
yeah,
up until the night, whenever, even after the night, there'll still be
conversations.
You see, when TGMA is big, or it's that big. When TGMA is in town, the conversation is just around it. So if you have any other thing doing, you should be very strategic about it, especially when TGMA is in town. So TGMA shutters, I mean, it will be on until the night is over. Even after the night, we'll still come back and analyze whatever happened on the night, and until maybe a week after everything. A week after the night, then it can go to rest. But as it stands now, since nominations are out and we are now going to have the experience concert, after the experience concert, we're going to have conversation about the experience concert, especially because it is happening here in West Side. And TGMA is big.
TGMA is big. You cannot underrate it. When TGMA is in town, all of you scatter, pack your tools, and then go somewhere else.